This right here is the end. It gives you like 20 seconds so you could like totally jam out like, get it down. What? Tubby Keith. Flip it. Slap it. Bop it. All right.
Pop it. I always lose at that.
I always lose at Twister. But it's unfair because my wife loves to put Crisco on for some reason. It's just very strange. Good policies.
Imagery I did not need this morning.
TMI.
It's giving me TMJ.
You're sick.
No, I'm not.
Composure.
Okay, please.
Let's do this for
Will
real
you
now.
properly introduce us?
Kicks 105.5. Good morning. It is 7:50, Wednesday, November 1st. Each and every Wednesday, about 10 minutes till 8. We talk good policies with Mike Barrett from Barron Insurance Agency. And good day, Mike.
Good day. Good day.
Did you have a delightful evening with your child and dog?
I did.
Trick-or-treating?
I did. The dog didn't go trick-or-treating.
Why?
He's 85 pounds of nuts.
So is my son, but I took him out trick-or-treating.
There were a bunch of people. We went to the event on Main Street in St. Jay.
Yep.
And there were a lot of dogs up there. And if I had brought Charlie, it would have been a hilarious night of me being like the cartoon character flying back after the dog as the dog's chasing things. So
Well, I figured that's kind of like a dog's trick-or-treat. You go out and, hey, sniff, sniff. Hey, thanks.
Yeah.
Happy
hey,
Halloween.
Yeah, all right. Yeah. It was
All
good.
right. Hey, nice stuff.
So he hung out at the house, but my little minion Kevin, which was Ethan's costume this
Very
year.
nice.
He went out, and we had a wonderful time, got some good candy. Ethan fell asleep. Daddy stole some candy.
Yep.
So it was good. It was good. He doesn't like Heath Bar Crunch anyway. So
Yeah. No, those are too hard.
No, those
And,
are daddies.
Yeah, those are definitely adult candies.
Yeah, so somebody out there was thinking, I'm going to pad this for the parents a little bit because the kids ain't going to eat this. So here's a Heath Bar, Mom and Dad.
So you were out and about. Are you one of those people, because of your business? See, me, when I'm driving, I like to kind of have my head kind of cocked out the window and listening to what other people are listening to as they drive past me. When you're trick-or-treating, do you, like, look at houses and go, man, that roof needs to be repaired? I wouldn't insure that because the door looks slightly crooked. I mean, is this stuff that... Yeah, you do, dude.
No, I don't do that.
Yes, you
No,
do.
no, no,
You're
no,
like
no,
an
no.
ambulance chaser.
I am not an ambulance chaser, but that said, I do, in most situations in life, look at things and go, oh, that's a liability.
Just write it down like, hey, your doorstep is, missing a guardrail, and just leave it there. Barrett Insurance, thank you.
There was something last night that I saw that I'm like, I don't think they should do that. But I don't insure them,
You're looking it up on your company website on your phone.
No. It's just it was a nice thing that they were doing. I can say this. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
There was folks out there who brought their fire pit out onto their driveway, and they fired it up. So they were burning wood in a fire pit.
Right.
The ambiance is amazing. The smell of smoke, I love it. It's campfire-ish. It was chilly. People thought it was nice and warm. One kid burns themselves.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I go to.
$1 million later.
There you go.
You have no house.
Yeah.
The fire's been put out.
So, I look at things like that where I go, wonderful thought, a lot of exposure.
Yeah.
And that's why my friends, I think they call me the killer of fun. I'm pretty sure, because that's
what we call you here.
Well, I know that's what you call me.
That amongst other things.
I don't want to hear any more.
So you're out and about. You're noticing that there are some things that people do that may not be the safest thing to do.
No.
But
it's the insurance agent in me. So.
Yeah, we have fun. We do things.
It's life. You live life.
I was dangling from my roof, which is about to collapse anyway, and I had one of those like Mission Impossible harnesses, and I was handing out candy, and I thought this potentially could be dangerous, but it's Halloween.
Yeah, and I don't insure you, so I'm fine with that.
Yeah, that's true too. You will be shortly.
Oh no!
That's a conversation we'll pick up next week after the brain swelling goes down.
Okay.
So you have got something that you wanted to discuss as far as homes.
Yeah, well, topical things, and even though the storms that came through Sunday into Monday did not heavily necessarily impact this area. There are people who were not impacted at all that would agree with that, and there are people that are still without power this morning that would very much disagree with that.
Right, and I know that I actually had a lady friend of mine with her child out actually chainsawing trees across the road and telling her son, okay, now move that for mommy. Because
impressive.
You got to do what you got to do.
And I don't know if you saw, but on Facebook, Bork Mountain said, hey, if you need power to charge your devices or a shower, come to the hotel. Have at it. Call us. Did you hear that?
No, but is it too late?
I'm thinking of going.
I have no power at my house. The storm? No, I haven't paid my electric bill in 3 months.
It was a shut off. I'd like to charge my device, please.
Yeah.
Just a nice thing. But there's some things that I thought I'd point out to you for quick hits this morning. So, trees came down. And one thing that's part of the insurance contract is that they will pay, there is assistance there. So if you have to make a reasonable or pay a reasonable expense to prevent your house from further damage, so a tree's fallen down on the house or the shingles have lifted up, if you have to mitigate further loss,
what if you had electricity and you had no heat? And something happened because it was cold enough for pipes to burst.
Not that cold, but it could.
Really, if you were like up in Burke, I mean, I swear it was like right at 30, which is freezing.
It's close, but it's, yes, you want to.
Would that have affected your insurance?
It can.
Okay.
Yeah, so you want to, you have the ability to take reasonable expenses to mitigate the additional loss. Like trees coming down, companies will pay if a tree has landed on covered property being your house or another structure. There's up to $500 per tree, up to $1,000 total for the loss. So that's kind of nice too. But I also wanted to talk really quickly about duties after loss. You want to make sure you're giving prompt notice to your company if you have a loss. You want to make sure you're making any reasonable and necessary repairs. If you can, keep accurate records. Take photos. We all have cameras. We all have phones. So it's good to make a little bit of a diary of sorts as to what's going on. But
I thought you were going to say diorama, dinosaurs, shoebox.
No origami. But the biggest thing that we're seeing in our office, and I wanted to point this out because I've talked about it in the past, refrigerated food loss. Typically, if your refrigerator is off for over 4 hours, that's typically the threshold for perishables to expire and not really be safe to eat for the most part. So if you have a homeowner's policy, if you have a renter's homeowner's policy, you should have, I don't know every company out there, but there should be at least $500 not subject to deductible to help reimburse your loss for perishable foods that have expired.
You said timely fashion. What if I live in Florida, but I've got a place up on the mountain there, and I don't know that a tree is actually
that happens.
Cut my house in half. If I don't report it for like 2 months, is that an issue?
No, it's reasonable. That's reasonable to say I wasn't home.
Right.
I couldn't check on my property. That's reasonable.
And I live way out in the woods. My neighbors wouldn't be like, oh, I saw a tree over here.
Reasonable is it casts a very wide net. So,
well, based on insurance wide net, I'm semi-reasonable.
You are semi-reasonable.
But not at all. Okay.
No.
If you would like to talk to Mike about your insurance policy or things that have occurred to you, maybe due to the storm, and you'd like some information or some advice, he's great for that. He's my go-to man.
May not be the right advice, but
no, don't shy. I go to you with all my questions about insurance, and soon you will be my insurance guy, as you are for half the other sales staff and managerial people here in the building.
I have a way of roping them
Bear,
in.
it's awesome. Bear, it's awesome. He has free candy when you go to the office. Let's be honest.
Let's give credit where credit's due. That's Jen.
Mostly Heath bars that he stole from his son, but let's
not
focus.
Those are eaten.
Oh, those are already gone.
Yeah. Jen does keep a bounty of candy at the front, though.
Give him a call at.
Oh, a sipping coffee. I thought you had more to say. 748-5224 is our phone number. You can visit us on Portland Street in St. Johnsbury. Our website is thebarrettagency.com. Google, Facebook, and YouTube, Barrett Insurance Agency.
Thanks, buddy. See you
Have
next
a good
Wednesday.
Day.